Okay, Philip, starting to tear down of your 2547. Already got the covers off of it, and getting ready to pull the knobs and the faceplate, take the display board out, start modifying it. More to come. Okay, got it all blown apart here. Got the face off of it. I still got to take this off and the back off so I can get to the back to do a final upgrade and change the screws around. Okay, I got your display out now. I've already got the original pulled and putting the 3-digit in its place. Got the holes drilled out and edge cut, and I'm in the process of putting the soldering it to the piggyback board now. Okay, more to come. Okay, got all the modifications done, got it mounted back in place. There's your new 3-digit display. Okay, got the buttons down here converted to momentary. Continuing on. Okay, I'm fixing to install the second final. I've got the back loose, taking the side piece off so that I can get in here and install the heat sink in the back and put the rest of the supporting components in there. Okay, already got the less comm enhancements done. There's your 3300 voltage regulator cap. There's your 4700 input voltage buffer filter. Upgraded your first RF amp to a 2SC2999. Installed your 15 kilohertz wide filter. Okay. Also installed the protection resistor there, and got the power connected to the 8-volt bus, and we're continuing on. More to come. Okay, got all the finals in, and they're all FQP 13 and 10s. Let's see, can you see that? Get a flashlight. There you go. You can't see that one for that down capacitor, but it's FQP 13 and 10 also. Okay, I got to set the bias on them. Hadn't done that yet. There's your heat sink on the back. See, I got some heat sink compound in there. Put plenty of heat sink compound on these new ones. Alright, more to come. Okay, I'm not sure if I showed you this or not. There's your CP1, and there's the SP1, SP1A. I'm getting ready to wire it up now. Okay. Okay, I think I've already showed you this part. Got that all put back together. There's your high quality 10-turn clarifier in there. Okay, there's your echo board, and here is the LC2547. Haven't finished wiring it up yet. A lot to wire up on it, but got all that done. Did I show you there's your CP1, there's the SP1. Okay, all right. And I still got a lot of wiring to do. I got to wire these guys up, you know, wire up the CSF switch. I still got to mount the talkback control back here. But we're working on it. I'm working on it. All right. Okay. Got most of it wired up. Do a power check here. Alrighty. I still got to change the crystal out. It shows negative 43, and it will go down to negative 90, and of course it'll go down to 26065. But because I haven't changed the crystal out yet, then that's not what it's showing. But that's coming up. Okay, more to come. Okay, I think I showed you your FQP 13N10s already, but show them to you again. Okay, can you see that? Yeah, I think you can. I got the heat sink installed there in the back. Got a heat sink compound on it too. So it's working good. I just went through and tuned it. Still got to do some receiver tuning to balance it out between the top frequency and the bottom receiver, or bottom frequency and receive. Here's your controls here in the back. Let's turn it around so we can look at that better. This little guy right here, when you key your transmitter, in other words, when you key the radio, there's 8 volts applied to the center of this RCA jack. Okay, so you can run a remote relay to key a amplifier or some other thing you want to key. This is the talkback control. Right now it's off. This one here is your SP1A. Okay, and I'll label these for you. Down is off, up is on. Okay. And let's see, I think I've pretty much shown you everything else. LC2547, and I will dress all these wires. I'll tie them all up. There's your deluxe echo board. That's a Ranger echo board. This capacitor that's mounted on the side over here is your filter for the LC2547. It keeps the CPU noise out of the radio. Okay, is what that does. There's your upgraded 10.7 IO filter, upgraded from a 25 kilohertz wide filter down to a 15 kilohertz wide filter. And what that's for is to help cut down adjacent channel bleed over. Okay. Let's see, what else? Your first RF amplifier has been replaced with a 2SE2999. Increased your DC voltage input buffer filter from a 1000 microfarad to a 4700 microfarad. We got room in these to do it. Okay, so I put them in there. And your voltage regulator buffer filter has been upgraded from a 1000 to a 3300. Okay. All right. Well, I've already got your face decal applied. This is going to be your echo control. This is your 10-turn clarifier, and we're using the upgraded clarifier knob. You can't really see it from there, but the standard ones are the Burns blue controls. Here, just let me get one out here a minute. Okay, this is our standard one here. It's the Burns. Okay, all the tabs are in a row. I like that. Okay, but it doesn't feel as tight as these. It still works fine, but these seem to work better. These are the Helica Ohm, made in Japan. They seem to be tighter. They feel they feel smoother. Okay, let's see who makes this. I can't read it. It's SFI Systems or something like that. They're made, imported by this company from California. Okay, but this is a, what is it? It's either $20 or $25 upgrade for these because they cost a lot more than what these do. Okay, but they also feel nicer when you're turning it back and forth. But anyway, that's what you've got in here. Okay. Of course, your save and get buttons, your memory control. Talkback is in the back now. But pretty much finished with it. Alright, let me finish doing the receiver tuning and put the face back on it, get the knobs all on there, and put it back together. I got to dress the wires, of course. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, got everything dressed. Thought you might like to see that. These are the speaker wires for the internal speaker. Okay. Okay, Phil, there it is. I gotta say, that was a good choice on colors. That is beautiful. I really, really like it. You notice it says Super LC2547DF dual phones. Yeah, you got dual phones. Look at that. Okay. Alright, down here is your little CSF light. You press this button in, you see that light comes on. Well, it's on, but it's really dim. I didn't change the value of the resistor or anything. I just left it like it is. But you'll see the display change when you press that in. Now what this switch does is turn your channel selector into a band switch. Okay, so with that pushed in, each time you click the channel selector, the radio will jump 45 channels, which equals one band. Okay, each band is 450 kilohertz wide. When you get to the bottom, or like if you get to the bottom and you turn it counterclockwise, it rolls back up to the top. And if you're on the top and click it clockwise, it rolls back around to the bottom. Okay, because there's no channels above or below these two. Okay, that's your high frequency, that's your low frequency. Alright, stand by and let me show you the receive. Okay, here we are on the lowest frequency. And that's what our S reading is right there. And you can tell I got the white LED in the meter, but I'm sure you figured that out already. That's the lowest. You can see I got 100 microvolts, 30% modulation right there. And I'm going to go to the other one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And channel 23. And we turn counterclockwise. You can see it's about a little over 8, between 8 and 9 up here. And that's because of my signal generator. Okay, it drops off a little bit the higher you go. That thing, of course, was made for the CB band. It works really well down below channel 1, which is kind of weird, but up above channel 1, it doesn't quite put out enough signal. And I measured that on my scope. In order for me to get you up to an S9, see, I have to turn it all the way up there. But turn it back down to a 1 or 100 microvolts rather, and it reads like an S8 because it's not really 100 microvolts I'm putting out. Let's see what happens if I turn that there. And we adjust for the loss right there. That should be about an S9 right there. Because I've switched down to the the negative 70 scale and brought the control up. That position, evidently, it's been keyed into too many times and it's damaged the output deal. But right there is 100 microvolts, Should be. I can hook it back up to the scope and tell, but you can see we're generating an S9 right there. All right. You're going to love this 10-turn clarifier. Okay. Let me turn off the signal generator. What we want to go to the CB band, which is going to be band C. Okay, I'll turn CSF off. You saw that change. I'll go to channel 23, which is 255. Okay, 23. This thing is set up so that the frequencies are consistent. They're in order, not the channels. Okay, that's why it goes from 22 you see is 225, 24 you see is 235, 25 245, and then back to 23, which is 255. That's because of that band plan the FCC instigated a long time ago. All right, but right there is approximately the middle of the band of the low range radios. Okay, yeah, let me set up for that. That should be an S9, and it is. Okay. All right. Now let's do some transmitter checks. I have a 100 watt slug in the RMS position. I also have a 100 watt slug in the peak position. Peak is set to ×1. So we're going to be reading on the bottom scale on both. Okay. On the peak meter, bottom scale, 20 is 20 watts, 40 is 40 watts, 60 is 60 watts. Okay. Hang on, okay, I'm still internal. All right, now I'm on the external connection. And we're doing, what is that, about 45 watts peak on AM. I'm going to switch to sideband. Did I switch? Yes, I did. Okay, something's not right with my setup here. Hang on a minute. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll just leave the camera on. What I'm going to do is hook directly up to this meter. I've been having problems with this little 1040. I've keyed too many high-powered radios into it, I think. Only made to handle 100 watts. You guys have seen some of the radios that I've been using. And going through this, because I like to go through it, it helps me with my testing. Because I can generate tone, look at the meter and all that kind of stuff, and switch between internal and external to do the receive test. But now I'm going direct from the radio to the little pickup point there at the bird meter. Now let's see what that looks like. There we go. See, I'm getting some parasitic loss through that thing, and I don't know why. But we're at about 65, 66 peak, and about 52 RMS on sideband. Let's switch back to AM and see what AM is doing now. Okay, with power turned all the way up, we're dead keying about 20 watts. And we're doing about 70 watts peak. Okay, RMS is up to about 25, 26 watts. This is on AM. Okay, that's what it looks like on the analyzer. This is what the audio looks like. Audio, hello, hello, audio, audio, 1, 2. Alright, so it's doing its thing. FQP 13N10s, I've got the bias set so that you should be able to just run them forever without ever having any trouble. The drivers 13N10 and both finals are 13N10. Those require the additional heatsink. If we do the 2030s or if we do the IR brand 520s, they don't require the additional heatsink, but the FQP 13N10s run hot for some reason, so they do require the additional heatsink back there. Okay, but I've got the bias adjusted real low. I mean, they should run forever unless you try transmitting for a long period of time in an open antenna, and then nothing's going to hold up to that. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Did I show you the memory? No, I didn't show you any of that stuff. Okay, here's your memory selection switch. Okay, what you do, let's see, let's go to 38. I've already got some stored in here, but I need to show you 38. Okay, 38 I've got programmed in position C, so I'm going to go back to position C. Now when you find a channel you want to store, like if you got favorite channels and stuff, then you just push the store button on the channel that you want to save. Okay, you'll see the LED display go out for the channel, just like that. Okay, we've now stored that channel in position C. Okay, like I said, I've got other ones stored here. So I'm going to go to position A and press the get button, and we'll get the frequency, the channel that I have stored in A, which is 26875. Okay. Now let's say you're down there talking on AM and all of a sudden you decide you want to go check out 38 and see if it's busy. Move your memory select to C, hit the get button, presto, you're on 38. And like on E, I've got the international call channel, which is upper sideband. You'll have to switch modes manually. It doesn't switch modes for you. Okay. And then on position D, I have the Caribbean channel. Okay, and that one is lower sideband. So the best frequencies to monitor for AM are 26875, and I've got that saved in position A, and 26915, and I've got that one saved in position B. Okay, but that's how that works. All right. Now, squelch scan. Okay. Squelch scan works on any mode. All you need to do is squelch it, just barely squelch the radio. Okay. Like that. So a weak signal, it'll pick up, stop on a weak signal. So that's why you just barely squelch it. And you rotate the knob, like if you want to scan up, you turn the knob clockwise. If you want to scan down, you turn the knob counterclockwise. Okay, we're going to go up. So I turned it clockwise. You see it's scanning. Now, I've said this many a times. I set these up. I used to love to listen to my old Bearcats and Regency scanners. Regency was my favorite. I love the wood grain cabinets. And they had the LEDs that would run across the front of them. Well, it gave me an idea about doing this when we're in the scan mode. So I've got the LEDs to where they run across as it's scanning up, and it shows you the channel as they're going up. Okay. Now it'll count all the way up to 192, and it rolls back over. Okay. you know what? That's wrong. Cause let's see which way that goes. See how far down it goes. Looks like this is still set up for one of the high band radios. Yep, sure is. So I got to fix that before I send it to you. It should go from -90 to U97. Okay, so I'll go fix that real quick. All that is a change in the program, one line change in the program to make it read the right ones. This is the first low band 6404 I've done, so that's why there's little quirks like that. But you notice when it stopped. No, I didn't show you. Okay, if it stops on a channel, yeah, that's wrong too. Okay, but anyway, that it'll do the correct thing on whatever. In other words, it'll read -86 on that channel if it stops on it. Okay. Alright. GNF, I like GNF. A lot of people don't like it, but the Galaxy noise filter, I like it. Now when I did the ones for the Rangers, I did them a little bit different with some different values. But it's basically the same principle as this one. Okay. It looks good. Let me take care of that other problem and I'll be back. Okay, I wanted to show you the labeling on the back. Hang on a second, let me spin the radio around. Alright, there's your controls on the back. Of course, this is talk back. Okay. That's your SP1A control. With it down, it's off. Up, it's on. Okay. This little guy right here, when you key the radio, there's 8 volts present on the center of this RCA jack. Okay. And that's to operate a remote relay and like an amplifier or whatever. Alright. It says amp above it. That's amp control. And SP1A for your SP1A control, or SP1 for your SP1A control. Okay. Alright, let me set it back up and we'll do the final part of the video. Okay, Phil in Alaska. Well, buddy, it's finished. Now, I haven't put all the screws in the covers yet because it's got to go through the 24-hour burn-in. And I fixed that little glitch there with the scan. Let me show you that real quick. When it's on channel 19 scanning, it should say C19. Okay, like that. I'm going to squeeze it. It should go all the way down to the bottom. Well, hang on. Let's speed this up a little bit. Okay. Now, see, it says -80 on that one for the channel. I'm going to open the squelch so it'll sit there. When I do that, it should come back and say -80, and it does. Alright. Squelch it again, let it continue and roll around to the top. There it is, -90, roll right back around to 97. Okay, so everything's working like it should. And again, your choice of colors is outstanding. I love the red. Red flame face and the red display. It looks good. I have to admit. Everybody nowadays wants blue, but that looks good. Sure does. Okay. Well, Phil, I sure hope you enjoy your new radio. It was my pleasure to build it for you. 7-3, everybody.